Hi ladies, I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I was going to just do a get ready with me since I haven't done one in a while. I was gonna show you how I do my hair and everything. It really takes a long time. I've got to get some balm on my lips. I don't know about y'all, but this winter has just sucked the life out of my lips. They've been so chapped lately. This is the Demi Balm. Saint just released the Demi line. It used to be that you could not purchase Demi on the Saint website, and so they just released it. And this is the Demi Balm. I have the Saint lip conditioner, and I really like this. This is, to me, is more of like a chapstick consistency. The Demi Balm is a little bit more of a glossy, creamy texture, which right now feels real good. So that is what we're going with. So typically I like to put on whatever kind of lip balm, lip conditioner you like to use. I always like to start off with that and just let it soak in while I'm getting ready. Okay, let's get started. This is my leather clutch. I know I showed you when I first got it in, but I really have loved it. It keeps everything just nice and tidy, and it holds all of my brushes. I keep my mascara, my brow pencil, everything in here. So it's really nice because everything is just like, here's my entire makeup life. Like, it used to be I had an actual suitcase of makeup and then some, and it just kind of like had a life of its own all over our bathroom and in my linen closet. And it's just so nice that I can have a huge makeup collection, because I do, even with Saint, and it's just, it still stays so nice and tidy no matter how many compacts you have. You just stack them, and it's so much more organized, and it has done wonders for my mental health in that capacity, because it drove me nuts. I don't like clutter, and so this has been really nice for me. Okay, so I always like to start off with my eyeshadow when I'm getting ready. That way I don't mess up my under eyes. I don't have to deal with fallout, and my under eyes stay nice and clean, because I don't like adding too much product. So I will typically go in with one of my brightening highlights and just lightly prime my eyelid. I like to use my brightening highlight just because it allows my eyeshadow to really pop. You can use your main highlight if you want, but I personally like my brightening highlight for this. And then you're going to go in and set that with, I use the Vanilla Dust, but whatever setting powder that you have on hand. Okay, there's that. I am going to do one of my new favorite eyeshadow looks today. I've really loved these colors together, and it's super easy. So it's these 4 colors right here. This is Cafe. This is what I'm using for my brows, but it's these 4 colors. It's Lullaby, Zion, Bend and Snap, and Coco. And they're so pretty together. I've really liked them. So I'm going to go in with Lullaby, which is this kind of lavender mauve color, and I'm just going to go over my lid with Lullaby and blend that up into my crease. Lullaby is one of my favorite colors, if I can choose a favorite. I have a lot of favorite colors, but Lullaby is just a really pretty staple piece. I feel like it goes with a lot of other colors, so it gets a lot of use in my palette. Okay. So we have Lullaby. Now I'm going to go in with Zion. That's this kind of rust color. I'm going to go in with a small end of my eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go in the crease with Zion, and then we'll blend. So if you have hooded eyes, try to go just above your actual crease with the color, and that will give you some extra lid space, and make your eyes appear a little more large. Okay, let's blend. I'm a huge fan of the rust and the orange on so many different eye colors. I feel like they just really make your eyes pop, like no matter what color your eyes are. And I feel like a lot of people just don't think of doing rusts and oranges for eyeshadow looks, and you should give it a try and see how you like it, because they're really pretty. They're pretty much the opposite end of the color wheel for most eye colors, except for browns. Everything looks good with brown eyes. But for blue eyes and green eyes and hazel eyes, orange is going to be the opposite of the color wheel for you. So that's why it kind of helps your eyes to pop. Okay, so we have Zion down. I am going to go in with my finger, and I'm going to do Bend and Snap. That is this really pale, kind of like lavender gray color. It's a really pretty color, and it's a subtle shimmer. It's not too in your face, and you always want to apply shimmers with your finger just to get the maximum effect of that shimmer. If you go in with a brush with a shimmer, you're going to lose a lot of that shimmer effect. So just dab that on the inner portion, inner half of your lid. And then I like to just kind of clean up that crease line. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my dark Coco. It's a really rich brown. This is also a really good color for liner in place of an actual eyeliner. I'm not a huge eyeliner person. I don't use it very often except for very specific eye looks. So most of the time I just use one of my eyeshadows as an eyeliner because I feel like it's more flattering on me. And it's also more forgiving. If you have a really hard time with eyeliner, try using an eyeshadow in its place. I find it to be much more forgiving, and you can smoke it out, and you don't need to be as precise. So I'm just going to go in to the outer corner of my eye with Coco and kind of go on the back half of my lid with it. And then we will blend. Okay. I'm going to go in with a little more Zion just on the inner side of my eye. Alright, so that is the colors. I really love them together. I think they're so pretty and they're so flattering. I'm not doing color on my lower lash line just yet because I have not done my makeup. And I don't want to go in with a color under my eyes and then mix it with my makeup because it's just not going to make my makeup look as clean under there. So I'm just wiping under my eyes just to make sure I don't have any fallout. So I have a nice clean canvas for my under eyes. Okay, so let's go in and start our face. I'm going to use the detail brush. This is my favorite brush for contouring. It makes it super easy. So if you have trouble with contouring, this is a really good brush to get. So I'm just going to go in with the one side of my contour brush, and I'm just going to dab it into my contour. This contour is the color Ash, and I'm just going to stamp it in. You see how it creates a really nice kind of easy sharp line. It makes contour so much easier with this brush. Okay, and then go up on your hairline. Sorry, I'm gonna be sniffly today. This cold weather has not been friendly to my sinuses. Okay, so I contour my chin, but based on your face shape, everybody contours their face somewhat different. So feel free to contour based on what your face shape is, and if you're not sure, just Google contour, you know, for a round face or heart shape or whatever, and they'll come up with a ton of graphics for you to show you how to contour your particular face shape. I have a long face shape, so most people will contour their jawline, and I don't do that because I have a long face. I just contour my chin area. And I know my contour is not blended out right now, but I typically blend it out when I do my bronzer, so we'll leave that as it is. I'm gonna go in with my main highlight. I've been kind of mixing colors lately, which is one of the nice things about this. I could just buy a $12 tin of foundation to change my, to give me more options for my main highlight, instead of like having, I used to have to buy like a whole new $50 bottle of Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I've been mixing amber and Candlelit. When I first started with this makeup, I was color matched by my artist with Candlelit, and that's actually what I color matched myself when I was doing research and everything on the colors. I picked myself for Candlelit, and Candlelit is really pretty on me. I do love Candlelit, but I was actually running low on my Candlelit and was waiting for my replacement to come in, and I have all of these colors at my disposal. And so I was like, well, let me try amber. And I really, really loved the glow that I got from amber, but it was a smidge dark for me. So I've started just mixing my amber and Candlelit, and I really like it. It just kind of gives me a little bit extra glow and coverage, I feel like. So if you are finding that you're not getting the coverage that you want, or something's just not right, just reach out to me and let's troubleshoot on shade, because we may just be able to add another highlight to your mix, and that can solve the problem for you. And we are always different shades throughout the year. Obviously, you know, most of us tend to be a little bit lighter in the winter months versus the summer months, so it's nice to have that extra shade on hand. Sorry about that, I had an alarm go off. Anyway, so it's nice to have that extra shade on hand that you can kind of just dip into when you need to be lighter and darker. Okay. So I don't really need major color correction under my eyes today. So typically what I do on those days that I'm not doing a ton of color correction is I will just go in and swipe under my eyes with my main highlight color. I'm not putting any color directly under my eyes. I'm just going in with what is left over on my face. Because you always want to make sure that you are going in with a very minimal amount of product under your eyes. So this just kind of gives me a little bit of color correction and evens it out under my eyes without adding a ton of product there. Okay, and then we'll go in with our brightening highlight. Sorry, my goodness. Okay, let's do brightening highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the color Versailles, and you'll do a little brightening highlight on your forehead, down the bridge of your nose. And I always contour after I do my brightening highlight on my nose. To me, it's just easier that way. So just figure out what works for you. I honestly do my makeup different almost every single day, so there's no right or wrong way to do your makeup. And then for my under eyes, I'm just going in with brightening highlight right in the corner, just like that. And then I'm going to do some on the outside corner and kind of give myself a little lift. Who doesn't love a little lift, right? Okay, and then I'm going to blend this out. Okay, and with my under eye color, I just stamp it in. So I'm just dabbing that color, and then I'm bringing it towards the middle of my eye just to kind of get that color under there without a ton of product. And then for my inner eye, a lot of times I just like to use my finger because it gets in there really well, and it also just kind of warms up the product and melts it into my skin. Okay, under eyes are done. Let's do some bronzer. I get asked a lot of times when I'm color matching people if I think that it's necessary for people to have both bronzer and contour, and my answer is usually always going to be yes, because they serve very different purposes for your finished look. So your contour is what is adding that shadow and dimension to your face. I'm sorry. And then in your contour colors are going to be more ashy in tone. So you can see the difference between that in my bronzer that I'm putting on right now. Your bronzer, in my opinion, it is what brings it all together. And it warms your face up and kind of ties all of your colors together. So to me, they serve very important purposes. And when people see this makeup as a finished look, you are seeing it with all of its different components. And the beautiful thing about this makeup is that it is 3D makeup. And that is why every piece of it has an important purpose. So I feel like you're probably just not going to be as happy with the finished product. You know, you can always try it, but to me, you're just not going to get that same effect as you would if you just got all of the pieces together. And the bronzer it's one of my favorites. It goes on so beautifully. And the bronzer to me is one of the best parts of the makeup, because on the weekends when I don't really want a full face of makeup, a lot of times I'll just go for my face with some bronzer just to kind of give my face a little life. So it's really nice to have on hand. Okay, so with my bronzer, I'm going under my contour on my forehead and just kind of buffing that down like that. And then on my cheeks, I'm going just on top and above and just kind of buffing it up and into my temples like this. And then I always do my chin, and then I always drag it down my neck to kind of, you know, make sure that my neck is not blinding anybody. Okay, I'm gonna contour my nose really quick. So this is just like a little cheapy brush. I honestly don't even know where it came from. I think it was in a set that I got a long time ago from TJ Maxx, maybe. I mean, it's literally just, I don't even know the brand. But I've always used it for my nose contour, and so it's like a comfort zone thing, and so I just continue to use it for my nose contour. So it's just a fluffy brush, and I am just taking a very tiny bit of contour, and I am just going down the bridge of my nose. You do not want to space your contour lines too far apart, because that's going to make your nose appear larger. unless that is the effect that you are going for. Most people are trying to get more definition on their nose, and so if that is the case, then try to get the closer together, the thinner your nose is going to appear. Okay, so I place my contour lines, and then I just go down again with a little bit of my brightening highlight just to kind of clean that up. And that to me is the easiest way to do my nose contour, but it's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so I need to get some brows on my face, because every time I look at myself in the mirror doing my makeup, it always feels like something is missing and that I'm forgetting something, and there is something missing. It's my eyebrows. I have none. So let me get these on my face so I can feel better. Okay, so I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil or brow definer, and this is the color Soft Brown. And I just go in and outline where I'm going to fill in my brows. I use a very light hand when I'm doing this, because you do not want, you know, super harsh lines, but outlining them with a brow pencil like this is going to give them more definition than if I were to just use a brow powder. Sorry, I had an alarm go off again, so I just had to go in and turn off my alarms. Okay, so I've outlined my brow. There's so many ways that you can do your eyebrows, and I'm sure that there's a lot more technical and beautiful ways to do your eyebrows, but personally for me, I freaking hate doing my eyebrows. I hate it, so I balance out what is easiest and kind of quickest for me with the best result, and this is just kind of what I've come up with, because I really just do not have the patience to sit there and spend, you know, 10 minutes on my eyebrows. I just can't do it. So I'm sure that they could look a lot better, but it is what it is. Okay, so I have my eyebrows outlined, and then I'm going to go in with the color Cafe, one of my eyeshadows, and I'm just going to fill them in. So when I go into my color, I'm never starting over here. I'm always going to start over here, because you don't want to go in and saturate color right here, because you kind of want to feather out the color as you get towards the center of your face. So I always just use a little leftover color in this area of my brow to kind of give it that ombre look, so it's not quite as harsh of a line. So just like that. And Cafe is a really good brow fill color, in my opinion. It's just a really nice neutral kind of taupe color, so if that's typically what you've used, then I highly recommend Cafe if you need something to fill your brows as well. Okay, there we go. We have some eyebrows, folks. So much better. Okay, let's do lip and cheek. It's my favorite part, and I can never decide what I want. So here are my girls to choose from. Let's see. I have been really loving SEINT Tropez lately. I think that is one of my favorite colors right now. So I might just do that one. So SEINT Tropez is one of the new release colors. It's one of the satin finishes, so it goes on a little more pigmented, but it is the prettiest, just coral peachy color. I feel like it is going to be such a pretty color for the summer months, so I'm really excited about that. But look how pretty that color is. And when you're doing your blush, there's different ways that you can do your blush based on what you were going for. So if you notice, I'm just taking it from the outside of my pupil and I'm just going up like this into my temple. And that is going to give you a more lifted effect. Whereas if you place it just right here on the apples of your cheeks, which that's not wrong, that is going to make your cheeks appear more full. So for me, give me all the lift. And that is how I'm doing my blush these days. But I am just obsessed with this color. Put this on your list if you do not have it already, because I feel like this would be really flattering on a lot of different skin tones. Okay, I'm gonna contour my lips real quick so I can put on my lipstick. So I always just go in right below my bottom lip. This is going to give you a little shadow down here and give you more of a pouty look if you do not have the fullest lips like yours truly. So I just do that and then I just kind of buff it out. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my SEINT Tropez. Love this color. It's so pretty. I usually mix it on my lips, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go in with the color Sadie. This is like a brownish nude gloss. And it just kind of tones it down a little bit on my lips. But I really like those together. Okay. We will do some lower lash line color, and then I will set my face with my finishing powder, with my setting powder, and then mascara and hair. And then we're good. Okay, I'm going to go in with a Lullaby below my lash line. So just drag that under. It just helps to kind of tie your eye look together without being harsh. Okay, that is done. Let's set our face. So in my opinion, and I will say it every time I come on here, set your cream makeup. Even if you do not like setting powder, which if I can do it, you can do it, because I absolutely hate setting powder with a fiery passion. It always feels really drying on my skin and really heavy and cakey. And vanilla dust, if that is how you are, is what you need to try, because it is super lightweight. You're not going to feel it. It just gives your makeup a really pretty airbrushed finish, and it'll give your makeup staying power. If you have oily skin, you are probably going to want something a little more heavy duty than the vanilla dust. I've heard Coty Airspun is really good. I've heard that the Maybelline Fit Me is really good. So don't be afraid to try stuff out. Okay, mascara, and then we are done. Let me put all my brushes back. Get them out of my way. Okay. So I was going to talk to you guys about this mascara. So I have mentioned before that I had trouble with my mascara transferring on me and giving me really bad raccoon eyes, or flaking and doing all the fun stuff. And so I had been using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer with the Maybelline Sky High, and that eliminated that problem for me, and I really liked that combo. But I've heard a lot of, okay, so I'm going to show you a trick. I just got like a little bit of mascara on my eye, and I'm going to refrain from touching it, and we'll take care of that in a second. It'll be so much easier. Anyways, I've had so many people recommend the Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash, what's it called? Liquid lash extensions. mascara, and I just never wanted to pull the trigger because it's a little pricier. It's like $20 or so a tube, which is, you know, in line with a higher end mascara. But I'm just kind of a cheapskate when it comes to certain things, and so I just never wanted to pull the trigger. And the other thing that prevented me from ever ordering it is they charge you shipping unless you buy like a lot more stuff. So for me, I wasn't going to pay shipping for one tube of mascara because that just makes me mad. But the way that you get around it is if you sign up for the auto ship, which you can cancel at any time. You can space it out however you like. You can pull it in, you can push it out. If you sign up for that, then they will ship this to you for free. So that's what I did. And I actually really love this mascara. I don't have to use any primer with it, and I have zero issues with it transferring on me or anything. So I've really liked it, and I actually love the way that it goes on my lashes better than what I was using before. So highly recommend it. And then I've also, I know that I've posted about this, but the Hello Skincare Lash Serum has been a total game changer for me. I have horribly sensitive dry eyes because of my Sjogren's. And so I have tried, I don't know how many different lash serums, and the ones that always worked on me, like Roden & Fields Lash Boost, gave me insane results. Absolutely loved the results that I got from Roden & Fields. But that stuff gave me horrific eye infections. Like, I would be walking around with blood red eyes that were watery and felt like sandpaper, and that's just not cute. And it doesn't feel good. So the ones that did not give me eye infections did not give me that great of results, which before I started this stuff, I was using the Dime lash serum, and it didn't give me eye infections, but I didn't really notice like a huge difference in my lashes to make it worth it for me. So Hello Skincare Lash Therapy, I tried it. I only used it every other day for the first 30 days and had zero issues with eye irritation and bonkers results. Like, my lashes have, I'm getting the same results that I got with Roden & Fields without the disgusting eye infections. So if you are interested in that lash serum, I'll put a link below in the comments. I have a discount code you can use. It's Christina10, Kristyna 10. Feel free to use that, but I highly recommend it. So tip for if you hit yourself like I always do with my mascara, refrain from going straight in for the kill on it, because you want to let it dry, because if not, you're just going to smudge it and then mess up your eyeshadow. So let it dry, go in with a little spoolie, and voila, it's done. And my mascara is not messed up. So there is our finished makeup look. I'm gonna do my hair now. So you want to make sure that your hair is as flat to your head as possible. Look at all these pretty little gray hairs. I've given myself like a huge break from anything on my hair. So I don't think I've color treated my hair in probably almost a year at this point. I have not been blow drying it. I don't put heat on it other than to curl my little wispies. And it has needed a much deserved break. But my husband's been giving me grief because my grays are popping, rocking my silver fox look. I'm inspired by all of these beautiful gals in Hollywood that are just embracing their grays. If they can do it, I can do it too, because I cover them up with a wig anyways. Okay, so hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I go in with my wig grip. I like these, just the velvet wig grips with the lace part. So you'll place that lace portion where your part typically is. Pull your little wispies out if you have bio hair. Make sure it's secure and everything is nice and flat on your head. So I just put my little hair up in one of those clips to get it nice and flat to my head. And then this is Summer. She is my girl, my newest girl from Lose Wigs, but I waited months to get my hands on a Summer, and I mean, that color is just beautiful. I swear, Lou's always knocks it out of the park. I have multiple wigs from them, and I've never been disappointed. They are absolutely gorgeous. So Lou's Wigs, Lynn is an absolute sweetheart, and they're wonderful to work with. They have great customer service too. So I have my wig grip on. My hair is nice and flat and clipped back to my head. I'm going to hold this at the nape where it goes on the back of my neck. You're going to hold it there, and then you're basically just going to swan dive into your wig. So I'm going to hold it like this and just go down forehead first, pull this back down under my head, and then you'll whoosh up and then hold it at the ear tabs and adjust the part where you need to. You do not want to grab this by the hair. These are expensive pieces and you do not want to pull the hair out. So always grab by the ear tabs to adjust it, and you'll just adjust it to where the part is. And if you have bio hair like I do, I always just pull some of that out just to blend my hairline and make it look as natural as possible. But these wigs, if you don't have a stitch of hair, are about as natural as they get. They're so pretty. I swear, if I like magically sprouted a head full of hair tomorrow, I don't think I could give up my wigs, because it's just so much fun and so convenient to throw on my hair, and I'm done. Now I'm good. I'm done for the day. I don't have to spend 30 minutes on my hair just to hate it. Okay, so that's that. I hope that you all have a great week ahead. As always, I'm here. If you have any questions or need anything, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, on Facebook, in the comments below. If you have my cell phone, which if you are a customer of mine, then you have my cell phone number, feel free to text me. I'm here to help, so just let me know how I can help you. Bye.